Hi guys, this is John in Tucson, at my home actually in Willcox, Arizona, and I'm inside the RV at the moment because I have something that I need to share with anyone out there that deals with electrical systems, specifically solar and battery systems, inverters, solar controllers, all that fun stuff in your RV or in any kind of an off-grid situation. If you've seen any of my prior videos on my channel here regarding my system, I've got 2,400 watts of solar on the roof and 1,000 amp hours, or roughly about 14 kilowatt hours of lithium iron phosphate battery storage, which is terrific. It allows me to run everything in my RV, and I do mean everything, AC, microwave oven, residential fridge, freezer, everything. AC, I mean, it's brilliant. I can run 24/7. As long as the sun's there, I can do it and don't have to run a generator or use shore power. So I'm incredibly pleased about all that. However, after this last upgrade about a month and a half ago, my solar installer, Tom Dansby, who is a terrific guy and an excellent solar man, if you will. I'm trying to get his card here. Let's see, let's put it up here like this. Really? That's backwards. What am I doing here? Oh, it's because the camera's flipped around. Let's do it this way. Let's do it right. There we go. Here he is. This is the gentleman that did my installation. 2,400 watts of solar on the roof, all Victron components, and Battleborn batteries. This is the guy right here. If you're doing a serious installation, or even just a modest one on your RV, call this man. He is amazing. I trust him implicitly, and he did not in any way, shape, or form give me any problems with my system. In fact, he came to my rescue several times for issues that were not his problem, and he fixed them anyway. Well, this last problem was a doozy because of this right here. You see this bolt, how discolored it is? How bad my fingers look from my skin from the diabetes. But can you see the threads are cross-threaded right there on the top? It's difficult to tell here in this light, but they are cross-threaded. And they were cross-threaded just enough where, and this bolt here came out of one of my batteries. The battery that brought down my whole system over and over again this past month and a half. This bolt was in my Battleborn battery from the factory. Tom did nothing more than take it out when he got the battery brand new, put on his 2 cables that he custom built out of welding wire, and crimped it on down. However, where the bolt is stripped, or the threads are stripped or cross-threaded, boy, it's really hard to tell. You can kind of see it there, right in the middle. You see them smashed down? They were smashed down enough where Tom thought he was completely tightened down to the lug. But that threading stopped him dead cold to the point where he thought he was on the lug. And he was, but just by a hair. And it was just enough to heat this thing up over and over again. It melted this little nut here. Had a nylon insert to hold it in place. Well, because of the heat, that melted away, and this became even looser. And it would heat up, the cables would split away from the terminal on the battery. My system would suddenly think it went from 10 batteries to 1 and shut off the inverter. About 5 seconds later, this lug would cool down, the cables would cool down, they'd regain contact again, but just barely. And then 2 seconds later, boom, it shut down again once it heated up. This bolt right here from Battleborn ended up costing me a bundle because I had to fly Tom back out here from the East Coast, and I live in southeastern Arizona, because nobody could figure out what the problem was until he got here and diagnosed it after 2 days, because it was beyond elusive. And what happened was he found that we were running a high charge, and he started going through the cables with his hands to see if the connections were all tight. He grabbed the cable that this bolt was hanging onto on the battery, and that cable and the one next to it were burning hot. So he knew instantly he'd found the problem with the resistance, and this is what he found. This stupid bolt with the cross threading. That bolt cost me a lot of money to get done. But that's all it takes, guys. Something like this small, can take down the most sophisticated system. And my system is very sophisticated. Now let's just take a walk out there. I'll show you. Hui! What a beautiful day here today, too. I think it's November 22nd or something. Anyway, here are the 2 battery bays. And these are 4 Battleborns in parallel, of course. And here are 6 more of them, all in parallel. Nice big fat welding wire. These cables are beyond tight. It was this lug down here on this back battery that was the issue. And once he got that swapped out, the whole system is humming along beautifully right now. I'm off shore power. Haven't been on shore power for 4 days now. Yeah. And everything's just humming along. And we don't have that much sun here today, surprisingly enough. It's kind of cloudy and clouds are blowing over and through. But yeah, 1 bolt that cost me $1.50 to replace at Ace Hardware ended up costing a lot of money in just the logistics of getting the person out here to fix it, and all the time and trouble on the phone with engineers for the last month and a half trying to figure this thing out, all because of a bolt. So for you guys, let me switch back around here. There we go. You know, if you've got an RV and you are contemplating trying to set it up so you can run things in your RV off of solar and batteries. There are a lot of Facebook groups out there for DIY solar. There are plenty of YouTube videos out there, but the only guy I would trust as far as YouTube videos go is Will Prowse, Prowse. Will Prowse has his own channel, and he knows solar and batteries backwards and forwards, and he will teach you everything you need to know about a system, and especially one like this, because this is a unique system. As you know, every solar build is going to be unique to the owner and for what they want it to do. I wanted mine to be able to run everything in the RV, which it does. I mean, I don't have to do anything. Nothing. It's plug and play. It just hums and runs and runs and runs and runs. I don't have to do a thing. And because of that, that mini split behind me heats and cools the RV with no intervention from me, no needing to run a generator, no shore power necessary. It's a brilliant way to live. And if you really want to do it right, it can be done. I had a lot of naysayers when I started off thinking about doing this, oh gosh, about a year and a half ago. And I wanted to prove that you can live off grid and not sacrifice any of the comforts of a home or of a really nice RV without having to plug into shore power or turn on a generator. It's magnificent to be able to just magically get power from the sun on glass panels. Who knew? And of course the batteries are the game changer too. The lithium batteries make all the difference in the world. You're not dealing with puker defect and voltage sag, and you can only use 50% and blah blah blah. No, you use them till they're empty, you fill them back up and use them again, and you get 3,000 to 5,000 charge cycles out of it. You know, I will never have to replace my batteries again. I bought them once, never have to pay again. So if you're really interested in doing this, do it. It's a terrific way to live. It's a big game changer. And it's just a cool way to get through the day and have some bragging rights at the same time, if you will. Because it's not something that everybody's doing, obviously. And I'm very pleased to be kind of at the forefront in this community of RVing to do something like this. Although it is becoming more popular, which is terrific to see. So at any rate, guys, you have a terrific day wherever you are. Again, if you have a real desire to do this and you want to do it right, contact Tom Dansby, RV Medic and Solar, and he will hook you up. He'll design your system, he'll let you know what equipment to buy, and he travels around the country doing installations. So he could come to you. See? Pretty cool, huh? Guys, enjoy your life. Have a good time. Be kind to others. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I know I haven't covered much. I'm just kind of ramming this in as quick as I can before a customer pulls in, because I manage this park that I'm parked in at the moment. So my attention's a bit divided. But yeah, this is a great way to live, guys. Hope you're having a good time in your own lives, that you're safe, happy, and healthy. Take care.